Hey folks, Kent with EMS Blood Consultants here at EMS World, and I got John and Ariel with the QinFlow here to show you their warmer.
Absolutely. No, thanks, Kim, for stopping by. I'm really excited to talk about our Warrior Lite today. I think it's one of the most innovative pieces that's kind of come out in EMS in the last few years. And what this is going to be our blood and fluid warmer. So as you know, whole blood is really kind of taking off across the country. It's something we're really excited about, and I think we're saving a lot of lives in doing that. But one of the big things with cold stored blood is you really need a way to bring that temperature up. So what we're going to go over today is our Warrior Lite. Right now we've got it on the pole mount here, but you'll see it comes off, and it's truly just a three-part system. So the first part's going to be your battery right here, which comes out. Then you've got your base unit on top, and where the magic happens is going to be in the CDU right here. So in this configuration, you just have the one push button here, as well as your prongs on top to accept the CDU. And with the extra power battery, you can get up to 6 units of cold stored blood. So really, if we look across the spectrum here, with 2 to 3 units being normal in EMS, this will all but cover your needs and your bases there. Next, we'll move into the CDU. So I've got one that's kind of opened up here. You'll see it's an EPP polymer foam around the edges. That's going to protect it. Inside, you're going to have a 7-foot stainless steel coil. So aluminum free there. And then we've got our diodes. The important thing about those is we're measuring incoming temp, outgoing temp, as well as flow. This is only a line extension though, does not control your flow. That's up to the medical provider. But we also give you 2 standard lure lock connections. So what that means is we're not locking you into just this. So whichever blood tubing you're using, whether it's the Codan, the LifeFlow that we'll speak of right here, it's truly adaptable to any piece in your bag there. One of the big things we want to point out with our compact disposable unit is not only do we have the ability to take near freezing fluids and bring those up to 38 degrees Celsius constantly, but we also are the only warmer in the market that can currently handle our rapid bolusing or intermittent flows. So what we'll do is we'll move over here and I'll kind of show how the product works, and we'll put it all together for you. So we move over to this screen. We've got the same unit set up here with Ariel. He's got the CDU here, and we've also got the LifeFlow just to demonstrate that rapid infusion. So what we're doing is we're flushing through our cold ice water fluid here just to simulate that cold stored blood. And here in a second, I guess now, we'll go ahead and plug this in. And on the screen, what you're going to see here is we're going to start off at whatever the temperature is inside that device. So right now we're coming in at about 12 degrees Celsius, and already we're actively warming. So in about 7 seconds here, we've reached that 36 degrees Celsius. And as you can see, Ariel's using that LifeFlow, so he's doing the intermittent flow. 7 seconds, continually at 36 degrees Celsius, plus or minus the 2 there, depending on the variables. But as you can see, we're constantly manually pumping that in, and it's still maintaining that 36. We get gradual flow decreases, but we're never going to overwarm. And most importantly, we don't want to underwarm. We want to make sure that we're staying at that body temp.
Can we just correct, the incoming fluid temperature at the moment is 4 degrees. So we are working at really high flow here, like about 180 ml per minute. And the system works very, very nicely straight line. What happens really is that the system learns the way that we operate, the user is operating the device, and make sure that you have enough energy to warm exactly based on the way that the user is actually acting on the device. So that's a fairly unique capability. You don't see like nervousness, like overheating or underheating. You see a fairly much straight line here on the screen, and you'll see the calculation of flow rate from time to time on the left side. We are actually close to 200 ml per minute. That's why the system is kind of on the verge of going a little bit below the 36. But most of the time, if I slow down a little bit, it will certainly be a straight line. So that's kind of the unique technology and unique property of this device to be able to deal with the bolus flows.
So if we stop administering fluids, we're not overwarming. So you'll notice the device understands that, hey, we've stopped administering right now, we're going to maintain. And then another neat call out with that is your battery status. So everything is displayed into the front there, so you can see that at all times. And you've got your green check mark. That's what's going to let your provider know, hey, we are actively at that 36 degrees Celsius. So right here, we've showed you the intermittent and the rapid bolus, but if we come back over to the initial unit here, you'll see much like what San Antonio Fire is using with the Codan, with a manual infuser, it also has the ability to do that as well. So Same steps as you saw over there. You can take your disposable unit, drop that on top. The auto on, auto off function I think is phenomenal, especially for our high intensity scenes that we're on. One less thing we can take out of that medic's hands is better. So with that, we're already actively warming there. And if we go ahead and give it some manual squeezes, you'll see in about 4 to 5 seconds we'll go solid state, and now we're actively warming. So from our intermittent flow demonstration over here, going back to it, you'll see that while Ariel was using that, our average outgoing temp that entire time was 37.7 degrees Celsius. So right there we want to be, that's a gold standard in the body temperature there, and that was able to maintain at that rapid infusion rate as well.
All right, folks, that was the QinFlow Warrior Lite live from EMS World. For more info on that specific product, go to QinFlow.com, and for all things pre-hospital blood, check out emsblood.com.